Howdy, oh, what do you know? It is Rabbit of ScrubLeet Academy, and we are back in DDO today. And I have a question for you. Do you feel pretty?
I feel pretty and witty and gay.
Because I fucking do, and this video is brought to you by a question a commenter by the name of Corey had for us. Could somebody make a video where they go through and tell you all the stat to damage options, what weapons and items they apply to, and the best classes for them? That would be awesome. Well, as Jim Jeffries puts it, the key to happiness is being good looking, and that's why you're here today. I'm just here to collect on my regular awesome points. It's a daily quest. Do keep in mind that this list is reserved only for items and effects that alter the attribute used for attack, damage, skills, or other effects not normally covered by those attributes. So that being said, I won't be talking about meta magic feats, feats that have a prerequisite attribute but don't actually change the attribute you used prior to acquiring the feat, deity feats, past life bonuses, or any other bonuses that give a universal accuracy or damage boost, or effects that boost base attack bonus alone, which counts in this context as an accuracy boost. Any effects I didn't cover here, assume they don't fulfill the parameters of this list if they don't actually change the attribute, skill, or general number you use to perform those actions. The pattern so far has been to start with the universal tree versions of these abilities, and this time is no exception. Fey Dark Illusionist is our bitch this time, costing only... Wait, is this true? 7 fucking points to get both? Did Linabelle design this one? Familiar's Flourish, they're called. 1 hit, 1 damage, starting to become a pattern at this point. I suppose they require magical training to get to, but the only thing that does is make leveling a paladin that much better than a fighter. I'm sure they'll come out with the Brawler tree for strength to damage and Hand Wrap's proficiency any day now. By the way, please don't, I was absolutely joking, please don't make another universal tree that would better serve a class like Barbarian. I will give Fey Dark some credit though. They only ripped off the Druid Flame Blade spell rather than the Paladin, Cleric, and Favored Soul trances. You can make Shadow Blades that function the same as the Flame Blade spell covered in my Wisdom-based video, except these ones do force damage. Like Flame Blade, they're completely self-contained. Attack and damage are based on Charisma instead of other attributes. Now let's go rapid fire because Charisma to hit and damage is an easy thing to slot, and it's everywhere. So we'll start with Purple Dragon Knights. They can get hit to damage for all swords with just a 3-point investment, though you will have to take 1 level of Fighter. Some people would say that's punishment enough for a charisma-based hit and damage profile, but it also gives you a stacking bonus to your tactics DCs equal to 1/3 of your charisma, if it's higher than your strength. That helps to buff it off a little bit. Favored Soul's Grace of Battle can use charisma to hit and damage if half your heroic levels are Favored Soul levels, and it affects any weapon. Once again, epic and legendary levels do not count in this equation. Beacon of Hope has Might's Reward again, which can use charisma as well for positive spell power. The Sorcerer's Eldritch Knight is a reskin of the Wizards, so they get Eldritch accuracy as well for all weapons and shields, but change to charisma to hit as a reflection of the Sorcerer's main attribute. Swashbuckler shows up again with different tack, allowing them to get charisma to damage, but only while swashbuckling. Knight of the Chalice gets Divine Might, as do War Soul and War Priest. This is where you'll find the charisma trance version of Know the Angles, except this charisma trance gets a bonus to attacks here as well. In my opinion, that's pretty fair since you actually have to take a specific class, but one of those classes is Paladin after all. If you're not Paladin, you're not doing it right. Here's the usual list of weapons. You'll see that it's a hell of a lot more robust than the other lists we've seen. Feywild was an entirely charisma and wisdom-oriented expansion, so you have some options for late game. But there are several types of weapons you can take into legendary content as well, giving a wealth of options if you don't want to spend the points in enhancement trees. It's not a bad list, all things considered. And now, finally, we get to the end. Really, there are only 2 things that modify non-attacking effects that use charisma instead of, or in conjunction with, their usual modifiers. Force of Personality allows you to use charisma in place of wisdom for will saving throws, and Divine Grace adds a limited amount to your charisma modifier for your saving throws. This addition stacks with the modifier normally used to affect that saving throw, so yes, a paladin could have both and apply their charisma twice to will saving throws with this effect. It can get a bit ridiculous, but that's exactly why you clicked on this video. You want ridiculous. You crave it, like a clown, that doesn't inspire enough interest to cause colorophobia and everything around it. And true to form, the ridiculousness of getting charisma to hit and damage is simpler than watching the opening scene of It. Jesus, I didn't think we were ending on that kind of a note. It does explain a few things, though. Why do you think there are no more clowns stealing children during rainy days? They all found an easier way to get what they wanted. Probably because they watched this video. And now you have an easier way to get what you want as well, which is probably prettier death for ugly monsters, like orcs. Yeah, fuck orcs. And that is it. That is all I found for these stats. If you enjoyed this content, show your support in the comments section down below and like and share this video everywhere people is. If you didn't, then still hit that like button and leave a comment. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. As always, thank you so much for watching and have a great day.